This old outboard engine hasn't run in years and it barely turns over. But before you try to start a really old outboard that's been sitting around a long time, there are a couple things you can do that mean the difference between saving the engine and damaging it. Today I'm going to show you what can be done before you even try and start an old outboard like this. The first thing I check is simple. Does the engine turn over at all? And in this case, it's pretty stiff. That's a red flag, but it's also pretty common with engines that have been sitting. To make matters worse, this outboard was left with a full fuel tank. This old fuel's no good anymore, so we have to get rid of it. What you don't want to do with these old engines is just pull the handle harder. If something's stuck inside, forcing it can break parts or score the cylinder walls. So instead, I stop here and start working on freeing it up the right way. Moisture can get into cylinders and cause rust or piston rings to stick. So I'm removing the spark plug, and there's a couple different things you can put inside the cylinder. Penetrating oil, automatic transmission fluid, or even two-stroke oil, but the goal is to get something in here that can loosen it up and add some lubrication. In this case, I'm using liquid wrench. Look, gently pulling it, it's already turning over now. So after this sat all night long with liquid wrench on it, it now turns over. Now we can move on to see if some of the critical components work. Before I try and start the engine, I want to confirm the basics. I want to check compression and spark. I don't use the will it start method to test these. I want to know if each system's working on its own first. I only got 70 psi on that test, but it's possible these rings in this old rusty piston aren't sealing well, so let's put a tablespoon of two-stroke oil in the cylinder and rerun the test. Now I did get the engine to top dead center before I started this process, so it won't all just leak right out. Now we have 110 psi, so we're good. So in a motor that's this old, that didn't run in a long time, the cylinder walls were probably just dirty enough where the piston rings can't seal. Let's see if we have spark. If a motor sat a long time, a lot of the wiring could be corroded or disconnected. Stop switches just fall apart. And in this case, you can just disconnect the ground wires to completely bypass those to check for spark. Still no spark. A common failure point in these old motors that sat outside for a long time is the points and condensers under the flywheel. All this area can corrode, so you might have to look in there as well. If you don't know the history of the outboard or know what kind of fuel was left in it, it could be a good idea to take the carburetor off and rebuild it before you even try to start the engine. In this case, someone left ethanol fuel in the carburetor, it ate away at the metals, and it's all inside here. And had we just tried to start it up, all this would have liquefied or clogged all the jets that are probably clogged already anyways, but the end result wouldn't be good for the motor, so it's good to just rebuild it in the first place. Old fuel lines can also cause problems, so we'll be replacing all that as well. If the motor was locked up or not moving well, you may want to add a little extra oil to the fuel if it's a two-stroke, or maybe some carburetor treatment in the fuel. In a motor that's been sitting a long time, you'll get these permanent bends in the water pump impeller. It won't work anymore, and it's cheap insurance just to replace it. As they age, they get hard and brittle, and you don't want to send rubber chunks up into your cooling system, so just throw a new one in before you try and run the motor for the first time again. Now it's time to drain and refill the lower unit gear oil, and look for any water intrusion. Taking the time to go through these steps on an old outboard that's been sitting a long time can help you rescue it. And more importantly, it helps you avoid damage before you even get started. If you want to see the full rebuild video on this motor, the link is in the description below.